afternoon. That's the way it rolls.
Ramsey's never made us go for the same.
What's it up? Good afternoon. Good afternoon all. We travel through the valley. Okay, good afternoon. Nah, I'm not fucking laughing now. Hi Ducky, Hans, Johan, Iris, good afternoon.
Sleep. What?
How's it, Esther, on time with your oxygen and all? Okay, I think what we've seen in the last couple of hours is the budget reduced for the safety and protection of the citizens of this country, and the budget increased for the VIP protection by 1.7 billion. Now the VIP protection is the ministers, the deputy ministers, the security generals, the commissioner of police, all those kind of like people who will get now more cars, better cars that you can get. I don't know if they've got top of the range cars now. And public policing, there won't be enough more vans bought, there won't be more cops employed, and there won't be more patrols on the street. So South Africa's doing very well, you know, looking after the rich, and how Becky Cheney can approve the budget of 1.7 billion to upgrade the VIP protection, but slash the budget by 3 odd billion for the citizens of South Africa. So again, we're getting screwed by the government, and it's not an enjoyable screw. And we need to bring something on to change, and I don't know what the change is. I don't know who to trust these days. My trust levels are very low on virtually this whole world. This must be the sign of the times that the rich are going to be protected and us mere fucking mortals don't get protected. The law in this country is on the side of the criminal. You know, South Africa, I laid a case. I was away. My signboard was stolen. 80, when was it stolen?
Last week Sunday was stolen.
It was stolen last week Sunday morning. At 10 o'clock, AD had laid a case of malicious damage to property, etc. of my signboard. Now, I haven't claimed insurance for it, and I haven't claimed insurance for my tools that are stolen, because at this stage I don't know what's all stolen. Thanks, Kinza. We phoned the police in Worcester on Sunday evening. We asked them for a case number. They said no, the system's down. Congratulations. Well, today's Friday, almost a week later. We're still waiting for the case number. Case hasn't been investigated. We don't even know if the case has been fucking registered. That's why I say the criminals get away with more. They rob me blind. They go into my banking accounts. They steal my cash out the safe. But they get away with it. And that's what pisses me to the nth degree. But my signboards can be violated. I laid a case 3 weeks ago against someone for stealing my money, stealing my tools, threatening my members in recovery in a community hall. How are we going to do it? The cop says to me 3 weeks ago, we've been there 2 times and we can't arrest him because he's not there. I said, don't talk cuck to me, man. I know where he is. I tell you, I trust, when it comes to cops, I trust no one. Even those I give money to. That's true, Clayton. The country's fucked, man. And then you still got people for relying on you, English, Afrikaans. I've had it long because driving through the parts of South Africa gives you a long time to think. Angus and Adi are driving and I'm thinking. These people are getting away with murder. There's people on the wall trying to destruct my organization. Did they realize that if money doesn't come in, what's going to happen to my mother? Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen to my mother. I'm going to tell you fucking carefully what's going to happen to my mother. If I can't supply food for my mother, I come for every one of you. And then remember, I've got fuck all to lose. I've got nothing to do. I've got colored people who look after my mother. I come for every one of you. Every single one of you fuckers who try to break me, I come for you. And I'll tell you, if I can't pay their salaries, they're coming for you. I'm telling you now, if I can't pay their salaries, they're coming for you. People are disgraceful, man. Shocking in this country. Bunch of weak motherfuckers, that's what you are, man. Because you can go right on a wall, and then the gullible people of this country listen to it. That's the worst part, Adi. The gullible people listen. Oh, this must be true. Oh, this must be true.
Yeah.
They don't go and do their own investigation on the man's background. How many thousands of addicts he saved? How many hundreds, no, not hundreds, how many millions of rands he's given out on addicts and people who can't pay fucking rent and cars, etc. People are evil, man. Evil to the core. And it's white, low-class people on that wall, nothing else. One sends me a letter today. Oh, I heard you mention your name. Now, she works for lawyers. Dominique sends me a letter typed by her. No letterhead from the lawyers.
Okay.
No letterhead, and says, "Oh, if you don't stop using my name, I'm going to sue you." They'll fucking sue me, man. Before I sue you, you came and got screwed in my house by that man, Carl Louis Willife's son, man. I took you to that casino in Caledon where you had a great time, with the same place where Carl Willife screwed that Chinese woman in the toilet. And I got to cut to me, sue me.
Come on.
You people have got a bunch of losers watching you in that wall that they think everything is right. But they don't know me and I don't know them. I know you, Dominic. You slept for a week in my house at my courtesy. You were brought down from East London, Port Alfred to my house where you didn't even fucking give me a box of chocolates when you left, man. Talk shit to me.
Come on.
You took off my kindness, Dominic. Cost me thousands of rands. But didn't even have the courtesy, and I will go into detail tonight about you. Don't fucking threaten to sue me. You can sue me anytime. It's like that dickhead Wesley Barnard say he's going to sue me. He's been saying it for 3 months. Sue me, bro. Sue me, my brother. I want to see you in the High Court. I will eat you alive in the High Court, any High Court. I keep on promising and putting on that wall. You're an advocate meant to be. You're an advocate and you're writing on that wall. What will any judge say when he reads that whole script? Hey, Angus? What will a judge say when he reads that wall? He'll say you fucking people all need to be in a loony bin. So don't threaten me, Advocate Barnard. Take me to court if you want to sue me, you little motherfucker, and I'll take your part in that court. And I'll bring prisoners how you put dogs on them, man. And I'll bring that whore that you ordered from me. Why order a whore, you motherfuckers who think you can ruin my name? 2% of people, 1% of people. And when you're driving and it's very quiet, you think and you think and you think, and some not nice fucking thoughts go through your head. Let me tell you. So you Hefner, if you want. Okay, you Hefner, you got that. What do you think, Angie?
Come on.
Yeah, Richard, they've got very depressed lives. And I have to think of my mother, my brother, my sister. And the money that I've cut, yeah, the money I got from Israel will only come in about 2-3 months. That's a lot of money. Okay, sorry about that, but the signal is bad. It's gone down to 35. It's probably those trolls that have airtime.
Does it seem?
And that's what South Africa's come to. So if they're only going to protect the VIPs instead of the citizens, it's going to get worse. And then we've got horrible people like that. White people. No wonder the black people threw stones and burnt houses and that. Don't blame the black people. Don't blame the colored people. Look at yourselves. Because if you can do this to a white man who's innocent, a white man that's innocent, try and crucify me in the last time of my mother's life, well, I got a fucking message for you. If something happens to my mother, the love of my life, the doc knows this as well. Let something happen to my fucking mother, then you're going to be writing different things on the wall. You nasty, horrible pieces of slime. That's what you are. The doctor gets like fake profiles today. I'm so sick of them with tits hanging out. So Barnard, if you want to fuck me, try me, my bro. I'm sick of your threats on that syphilitic wall. Who do you think you are? An advocate doesn't act like that, man. Advocate doesn't ask a man to organize him a fucking prostitute. Now take me on, Barnard. Take me on, you little weasel. I'm not scared of you, man. You want to destroy me? I'll destroy you first. All of you motherfuckers. I'm tired of you now. It's my life you're playing with. And you carry on writing on that wall. You're trying to destroy my business. Well, if you destroy my business, I destroy you. Fucking easy. Fucking easy. Understand me what I'm saying? Very carefully. Now you can go right on there. You can go right on there about psychiatrists, psychologists, and all this kind of cack. But don't think I'm going to go down without a fighter. I'll take you fucking all. All of you. From Louis Ulefi to Cindy Panasan to all of you. Every one of you I'll find. Yeah, need to talk.
There we go. How's it, guys? And just put the charge in. Can't get weak, Mr. How's it, guys? And that's from Mr. Hall straight, eh? I think the point that Mr. Hall is making is why does good people that are trying to good, not trying, Mr. Hall is doing well and he's doing good, not just for himself and his family, but for people that he doesn't know. And you're not gonna get help like this, eh? Not even the government that is falling apart now, that people depend on and that people invest in, does the work that Mr. Hall does. But why do you stab him in the back? Why do you turn on a man like this? It reminds me of the story of Jesus if you go read the book of Matthew. And I'm not saying Mr. Hall is Jesus, but the works that he's doing is the works in the will of God, the Son of Man. And from a spiritual perspective, it's wrong what you guys are doing. It's not right to do that to a man that's been good to all of you. Yes, come with whatever lawsuit, come with whatever army you have, but you're going up against God. I'm not saying Mr. Hall is God. If you listen to me carefully, he's doing the work of God. And nothing is going to break that down or stand in the way. You know? So, yeah, I'm gonna just, I don't want to trip, man. But it's not lekker to go on the way you guys are. It's not right. It doesn't make you human beings. It doesn't make you any better people. You know? All Mr. Hall has been was just good to everybody that was with him. all of you guys that Mr. Hall mentioned, man, one by one, you're gonna encounter something that's not gonna be nice. You know, I don't speak any bad upon your life or anything like that. I'm just saying, man, you can't mess with what God wants you to do. And it's getting to the point where Mr. Hall's mom is very frail and old, and you guys seen the videos, but it's sick for people to take a man's mother and to post him online, you know. That Louis the Fly that does that, to get rid of Louis the Fly, there's more teen target for him. I got a whole can full of it. But it's sick, man, to do that to an elderly woman. I tell you one thing, you know what now? You will never survive on the Cape, man. I want you to come that side where I come from. It won't be nice for you. I will do nothing. All I will tell the guys is, hey, this is the man that takes cut off old people. It's this man. This man makes old people, he takes old people for a cut. You know? You text women, you text old people, and you post them online and do bad things and say bad things about the elderly. That's sick, man. And you get some people that drive past the farm and play loud music, like windows all down, with a car full of mense or car with min mense. It's almost like that leerblikke wat geraas maak, man. That's what they are. You know, no pluck. You know, no action or anything to it. And yeah, you know who I'm talking about. It's sick, my bro, man. What type of program are you working? Go back to the basic ticks. Go read page 77 to 109 over and over, repeat, man. Because that doesn't make you a man, my bro, man. Yeah, I'm sitting here, father, and obviously I said and I done things, but obviously I was upset and angry, man. But recovery has made me very mature today. That I have that self-control not to drive past people's houses and play loud music and go on like a mother, like I'm some type of omen, you know, to pull off signs alongside the road and sleep them down the road. Yeah, I was also a boof, man. Took me 1 minute to find out where the sign was. No matter where you hide it, man, I was also boof. You know what made you dumb by doing that? You left evidence behind, man. That's what made you dumb. So the stuff that's piling up against all of you guys, you're throwing yourself under the bus, man. So getting weak, man. You know? It's pathetic, guys, man. That's all I have to say. It's just pathetic. So trying to break a man down that has been good to you. All he's done has been good to you. All he's done is open up his home to you and helped you, man. Without this man, you wouldn't be nothing. I say that, man. And yes, I also left, but I wasn't a fail gat when I left, man. I didn't do the stuff you guys were doing. I didn't drive and pull signs off and post online and this and that, man. That's kak, my bro, man. You know? That shows me where you really at in life also. I don't understand that, man. And for people that are gullible, like the parents that are supporting this type of movement, it's sick, man. Where do you think it's heading to? How can you help someone if you yourself cannot help yourself? You know what I mean? What type of place do you want to open up healing? You know, nothing will break R.A.E.L down, man. I proudly stand for R.A.E.L. Because R.A.E.L stood for me when I couldn't stand. R.A.E.L opened up the doors for me when I had no door to go to. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm loyal to that place, man. I remain loyal to Mr. Hall. And yes, Mr. Hall sits me and Angus down and we have our meeting and we get put in the school straight, yo. We get corrected and we get told this is what needs to be done. But it comes from a place of love, man, ultimately. That's all Mr. Hall did for all of you. He loved all of you, man. And this is how you turn your back on him. You know? Even for the parents that are carrying on, there are parents that are going on worse than what their child who's an addict is. I think they who should have been the ones that went to rehab. It's sick, man. Yeah. But it's not gonna stop us from doing the work that we do. It's not gonna stop me from my calling. It's definitely not gonna stop Angus. And definitely not Mr. O. But you took it too far when you messed with a man's mother. Now let me tell you something about Gam. When you mess with the Tanis, it's 'n ander ding. Dan gaan sy 'n ander kant van 'n Gam kry. Verstaan sy? So, sy moet nie nog so aangaan nie, man. Verstaan sy, man? Wil jy nog sulke goedjies nog praat of so nie? Ek is maar niks nie. Want ek sê vir jou nou een ding, gaan drop vir my in die eerste plek waar sy bly, in Port Alfred, East London, Joburg, gaan drop vir my daar in 'n Kallet gebied. Dan gaan ek vir jou drop op die Cape Flats, op 'n plek waar ek gewees het. Kyk ons gou wie gaan uitkom. Then we see who's gonna come out of like a place like that. You can might have what degree, you could have might studied what, you can might be studying for 8 years, 10 years degree, finish school with what flying colors. It doesn't take that type of education to get you out of life skills when it comes to surviving on the road, man. Because I know how to survive. So does Angus, so does Mr. But do you? And that's surviving without even making mense too, man. That's just bowing on ourselves and working on how we do things. You know what I mean? Yes, I was a tick up, man. Yes, I robbed people in wheelchairs. Yes, I broke into houses, I stole keys. Yes, I robbed people. What more do you want to say about me? Yes, I'm definitely by the right place. And yes, of course, Angus is a pure soul. He's a beautiful man. You know what I mean? He's ultra male. Come on, dimples. So nothing you guys say or do is gonna change or break what is happening here down. In actual fact, you're actually part of the bigger plan and what God wants us to do in that world. But you messed with a man's mother. And you mustn't think we're not coming for you. Did you think we forgot? You know what I mean? I don't have family in high places for nothing also. I don't speak a lot, I'm very humble about it. Mr. O went with me to a town that I grew up in. And he was surprised to see how many people know me because I don't speak about it or boast about it. Ek ken ook mense, so does Angus also. And it's easy for us to go back to that lifestyle and act in the flesh. But we leave it in God's hands, man. But don't push him, man. Don't push him, man. You know, leave Mr. O's mom alone, man. She's already old and frail. The man has worked hard for his sobriety to being 16 years clean, to be able to take care of his mother. What makes you think you're gonna come and disturb and disrupt that? It's sickening, man. You don't see us driving past your mother's house with music loud. Because I can tell you one thing, if I should do stuff like that, I won't drive past. I've seen people that will pull over there and get out and go knock on the door. That's how it works. That's how far the lifestyle went to. You know what I mean? You don't drive past and look at your snacks. So, it's not the game that you guys are busy with. It's actually stupid and very childish. And it makes you Owens, it just makes someone wonder, yo, if that was sobriety, that what you are busy with, then I don't know what you're trying to open up with that type of sobriety. Because you can't be in recovery, or you can't relapse if you are not in recovery. So leave Mr. Hall and his mother alone, please, man. I ask you very nicely, you know, very nicely. I ask you just leave his mother alone. Leave my mother also alone, and leave Angus's family alone as well. Stop phoning them. Stop bothering him. Stop threatening them. You know what I mean? Because you won't see us coming when we come. Tell you something. You won't see us coming when we come. It's not a game. Here's the comments. Keep it up. Here we go. Yes, Pastor. That's correct, yes. Placed on our paths to strengthen us physically while God blows us spiritually. Sisium, you go, boy. You go, boy. So it's not anybody that would be able to stand and get through these attacks. You know what I mean? Is everything alright? is use and abuse you. What can we get more out of you? What can we drain more out of you? Mr. Hall gave each and every person that came onto that farm a fair opportunity to recover and get their life on track. Some of us took the opportunity, like the guys, the older guys that was there, Big J, Freddy Kos, Rob from Namibia, and the other guys as well, you know. There's long-term sobriety. And then you get some that just came there, that came for the ride. The key back home, that's what they call it. So now that they got that key, they're trying to open up other doors that fitting doesn't fit in that door. But I can tell you one door they opened up properly that fitting fits on. And that's the door of Satan to allow him in. And that demonic force of Mammon came in, and it's from full control. It's running on full throttles. You might think that you're in control of what you're busy doing, but you're not. Therefore, I'm being led by the Spirit. And I do the works of God. I'm not a perfect human being as I'm sitting here, but we're also not weak people. Weak people tap up and throw in the towel. Hulle hart raak sag vir die oorlog. My hart het nog nooit sag geraak nie. Of hoe Angus? Voet het nog nooit koud gekry ook nie. Is ook nie bang nie. Skrik van niks. Moet nie skrik nie van tips. Come on. You cowboy. Keep it up. All you need to do is keep on keeping on. But other than that, you know what now? The triple A's being together. Such a lovely vibe that's going on. You can feel the Spirit is in this call. It's lekker when you dwell in the Spirit of the Lord. Dwelling in the house of the Lord. Psalm 23 is what I close what I'm saying with. Even though we walk through the valley of shadow of death, we will fear no evil. Because we know who's with us. So make sure you guys are ready. I don't rip off signs, I rip off heads. A state pastor. Jou pit moet ruk. Come on.
Go boy.
Go boy. Can't get weak in these times. So I love you all. And I hand it back over to Mr. Hall. Or Angus, I don't know if he wants to say hello. Angus is okay as well. But have a lekker Friday. Happy Orange Friday to you. Close out.